Hi everybody, it's Lavinia and welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I am going to decorate one of these small little Christmas trees. Someone gave this to me, so I'm going to decorate it sort of in the style I had did this one years ago. I used to sell these at a craft fair many years ago for about $10. And it has buttons and jingle bells and ribbons and scrap fabric. So I think this one is much fuller than this one, but we'll see how it turns out. I also have some wooden stars put here. So I have my glue gun going. So I couldn't find my buttons, but I'm going to actually be, let me make this a little bit straighter. Going to be using some of this scrap fabric. It's a buffalo check with snowflakes printed on there, so I thought that would be nice to tie them up as a ribbon. As I had done with the ribbons, I have some silver beads here in different sizes, and then I have these ornaments, so I'm going to be putting these on, so I thought that would be nice too. And I'm also going to be gluing these snowballs, so it's going to be different than the other tree, but pretty much similar in that fashion. So let me see if I can get this set up here. So I'm going to open up this box, and I'm going to be bringing this Christmas tree to work. All right, so I'm going to set up the tree, and then once I get that set up, I will come back and we'll do the gluing of the ornaments and decorations. Okay, so here's the tree with the stand. So it is different than, it's kind of a little Charlie Brown tree compared to what this one had been, and this one came with the burlap and the bow. But I'm going to figure out something, making a tree skirt perhaps for this one here. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe start by putting these strips of fabric on, and pretty much all I'm doing is just taking it and then wrapping it around and then tying it. So that's what I'll be doing with these. If I can get it to tie, let's see. And then I think with the ornaments, since those are bigger, it'll fill up the tree and it'll look nice. So pretty much like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing around the tree. And if I run out of this fabric, I can always get, in fact, maybe I'll skip every other row just in case if I need to get other fabric. But this is easy and simple to do. You know, if you have your grandkids or kids around, be nice to, make these little trees. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with that, and once I'm done, I will come back and we'll start with the next decorations. I did run out of some of the longer strips, so I have here some shorter strips, and they're too short to tie. It makes it a little bit difficult. So I'm just taking the 2 strips and just hot gluing the pieces together like that, just to make a longer strip that I can then, be easier to tie around the tree. Okay, so I've put all the strips on, and I would say if you were to cut the strips in 5-inch pieces, or 5 inches long, then you should be able to wrap them around the branches. So, and I just put a couple just here on top of the tip, or that top branch. So it's already filling up, and that's looking nice. You can put more if you wanted to, but I think next what I'm going to do, maybe I will start adding some of these snowballs. So I think I'm going to, maybe some of these large ones here towards the bottom, again, just to fill this up. And if you've seen one of my tutorials for last year, I used these to make a charm. I was making an art charm bracelet. And so these I'm just going to put here and there, not necessarily on every branch, but again, just to fill it up. Looks like there's 3 different sizes. There's this huge one, this one, and then there's a tiny little one. So they come in 3 sizes. And it's been quite cold. Up in the higher elevations, it did get some snow the other day. We just got some rain. But I saw that we're in the foothills of some mountains, so higher up. When I was coming home from work the other day, Friday, I did notice that there was snow on those higher elevations. And we can see the San Francisco peaks, which are in Flagstaff. We get to see them here from our town. Flagstaff is about 90 miles or so away from us. But, you know, depending where you're driving, you actually get to see them, and they were white. At least the tips were. But it has been quite chilly and cold, even during the day. Usually here where we live, well, most of Arizona really, it can start off cooler in the day and then get warmer, or I should say cooler in the evenings and daytime hours, and then it just gets warmer during the day. But I think it got up to maybe 50 or so. Let's see, we'll put that one there. All right, so I'm just going to continue on doing this, and the next I think I will put on the silver beads and then the jingle bells. All right, so I put the snowballs on there. In no particular order. I did stick some to the tree trunk just to fill in those gaps. And now what I'm going to do is start putting some of these silver beads. And again, the same thing, just gluing them here and there. Just pay attention for your fingers because this is hot glue. And I have these large ones and these tiny ones. So again, I'm just putting them here and there, no particular order. Just to fill in these areas. And as I continue that, then I'll come back and put the jingle bells, and then we'll put these ornaments on. I would love to put these little tiny silver beads on, but they're so tiny. I could probably find a tweezer, but I just don't want to burn myself, so I am going to skip those. But I am going to now put the jingle bells, and this is the funnest part, I think, because even here, you can hear the jingle of the tree every time I take it out of the closet to put it up. It's kind of nice. So just going to do the same thing, just glue these on randomly. Make sure they hold. That metal gets hot too. So it looks like this bag doesn't have the larger of the jingle bells, but that's okay because it is a smaller tree really than the one that I had from years ago. So I'm just going to continue putting these jingle bells on, and then we'll put the ornaments, and then we'll take a look and see what the final tree looks like. All right, so I got the jingle bells on. Very slight jingle. But you know what? You use what you have. Scrap fabric. Maybe you know someone who quilts or sews, and they may have scraps for you. You can use ribbons. You know, see, these are ribbons. These are the larger jingle bells. I also used buttons and also some other scrap fabric, you know, for this one. So again, this is the one from years ago. So use what you have. You know, maybe you have square punch or circle punch, or cut your own and, you know, out of templates and do that. And you can do that as ornaments hanging. So, you know, just use your creativity. So the next thing I'm going to do is put on these ornaments, and I don't have hooks, so I'm pretty much just going to glue these to the tree as well. Again, just to give it that fullness. So these are in 3 different, so there's these silver ones, there's these white ones, and then there's the white with the silver decoration. So I'm going to put these on. Again, just to fill the tree. Just using my glue gun and attaching them where I see. Well, there's plenty of space, but again, just to give that to the tree. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put the star at the top. So I'm going to continue putting on these ornaments, and then we'll get to the star. All right, so I've added the Christmas ornaments, and now I'm going to make the tree topper. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces of wood star cutouts and glue them together. Just so that they are there like that. And I'm going to glue, I think maybe, let me see, I'll either glue a jingle bell or one of those silver beads. Let's see. Yeah, I could put a jingle bell in there, right there in the center. So that little jingle bell is right there. And I'm just going to glue that now to the top. So pick, you know, the side that you think you like best. You could put a star maybe on both sides, but this is what I have. So I'm just going to put that there. Whoops, I should show you. Right there on top. And that's it. So here is the full tree. So all those ornaments and beads and baubles, you know, filled up the space really nicely, and the scrap fabric as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the section below. Again, you can add anything that you have on hand. You can even use scrap paper as the ornaments. And I think what I'm going to do on this tree is just add some more jingle bells after after many years, those jingle bells, some of them have fallen off, but I've had this for probably about 20 years. So if not more. But again, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday, and I hope everything with your holidays is going fine. Take care, everybody. Bye.